the jobs that keep our cities running: nurses, corrections officers, transit workers, sanitation crews, police, EMTs, clerks, 911 dispatchers. These people don't just clock in, they hold the system together. And for many of us, overtime isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline.
Looking for real talk on Black wealth, power, and progress? Tune into The Black Economy with Damon K. Jones, only on Black Westchester magazine, where truth meets strategy and black dollars make sense.
Welcome back to The Black Economy, where we break down the policies and power moves that impact the wealth of Black working class individuals. Let's talk about the backbone of our communities, the jobs that keep our cities running: nurses, corrections officers, transit workers, sanitation crews, police, EMTs, clerks, 911 dispatchers. These people don't just clock in, they hold the system together. And for many of us, overtime isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. But if you've ever worked 20 to 40 hours of overtime in a single pay period, then looked at your check and asked, where did it all go? You're not alone. Between federal, state, and payroll taxes, sometimes it feels like you're working to exhaustion to pay more in taxes. That's why this new provision in the One Big Beautiful Bill matters. No tax on overtime. It's not just a talking point, it's a fundamental change that could help Black working class families stop trading hours for survival and start building a legacy. Because when you keep more of that overtime, it's not just about bigger refunds, it means more money into your 401k or deferred comp. More cash to finally start a college fund for your kids. More savings to invest in a business, a home, or breathe. This isn't about politics, it's about your paycheck, your purpose, and your power. We're discussing the new federal no tax on overtime rule and why it matters for working class Black America. Let's get something straight. Clear your mind about Donald Trump. Whether you love or hate him, you can benefit from this bill. Money in your pocket is all that matters. No tax on overtime. But Black workers and union members need to know. Section 110102 of the bill introduces a deduction, not an exemption, for overtime pay. That means if you work 40 hours and then get paid time and a half for extra shifts, that overtime portion can now be deducted when you file your taxes. So if you make $60,000 in base salary and $15,000 in overtime, you'll only be taxed on the $60,000, not the total $75,000. But this isn't for everyone. To qualify, your overtime must meet federal labor standards. You must earn under the highly compensated employee threshold, which is approximately $150,000, and you'll need a valid, work-eligible Social Security number. This applies for tax years 2025 through 2028, so it's temporary unless renewed. Let's shut down the confusion right now. This does not mean your overtime is suddenly tax-free on your paycheck. City, county, and town payroll departments will still deduct taxes from your overtime, just as always. You'll only see the benefit when you file your tax return and deduct your overtime earnings from your taxable income. So if you expect bigger checks come January 2025, that's not how it works. But come April, thanks to this deduction, you may get a larger refund or owe less in taxes. This is a federal income tax break, not a change in Social Security, Medicare, or state tax withholdings. Let's be honest. In places like New York, overtime is how working class Black folks survive. Nurses work doubles. Officers get forced into court time. Correction officers have forced overtime not 1, not 2, but 3 days in a row. Transit workers often take on extra shifts on weekends to afford their rent. This bill gives you no raise, but more of what you've already earned. And for many of us, that's a game changer. It helps you avoid being penalized at tax time for working overtime. It gives you leverage in contract negotiations. It also helps shift the Black worker from paycheck to planner, from surviving to building. And yes, this helps all working people, but given how many of us hold down union-backed public service jobs, it hits home for us. Union leaders, local chapters, and stewards, it's time to activate. Here's the move. Please ensure that you educate your members by hosting workshops on what this deduction means and how to claim it. Track overtime. Ensure the numbers are documented and accurately reported on W-2s. Push your municipalities. Ask if states will follow suit with matching tax relief. Add this into contract talks, because every hour of OT now brings added long-term value. If your members work the hours, they deserve to keep the pay. The Black economy is not just about stock tips or luxury lifestyles. It's about policy. It's about the everyday worker. It's about power. This no tax on overtime provision won't fix everything, but it's a step toward recognizing the real cost of Black labor. So share this with your coworkers. Talk about it in the break room. Because while the media focuses on billionaires, this show is about the everyday builders of the Black economy and how we fight to keep more of what we earn. Subscribe to Black Westchester's The Black Economy. Real policy, real people, real power. This is Black Westchester Magazine, the news with the Black point of view. Stay informed, stay blessed, and stay Blacktastic. Thank you to everyone who supported us through Super Chat. Your contributions keep independent media alive and thriving. We couldn't do it without you. Stand strong, speak loud. Wear the truth. The Black mental health matters T. Support health, wellness, mental clarity, and independent media. Get yours now. Stand up, speak out. The Free Speech is Not Free t-shirt is more than a statement, it's a movement. Support independent media. Wear the message, stand up, speak out. Rock the message that matters, community before party. Get your shirt today and let your vote wear your interest and values over party loyalty. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind the scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power.